Some of the best days are mail days. Yeah, giddy up. I don't do a whole lot of mail days. I love mail days, and I order a lot of stuff, so I really should do more mail days, and I might because I enjoy sharing what I've been getting. But the thing is, like, I don't always know if people want to see what we're getting in the mail and whatnot, so I don't always do that. However, this one I've been sitting on for about 3 weeks. I haven't opened them yet, but I have cut it open and then got the contents available so I can open them. That way I don't struggle on camera just looking like a fool, more so than I already do. And so let's just get into it. It's something I bought off of a friend on a Facebook group. It's a private group. I talk frequently about this group, and it's where I get probably most of my stuff. It's the best deals. It's a small group of people that I'm not even allowed. I'm allowed to invite one person a year, and I did invite somebody from the community to the Facebook group, and but that was I don't know when. I think I get to invite another person. I think early next year is when. So, but let's get into it. Let's see. Let me drink a little bit of my coffee while we're sitting staring at the mat. Coffee's already getting cold. I've been setting this up. I told you I ordered the wrong camera, and no, I told you I ordered a camera. It turned out to be the wrong camera. So we're back to kind of two. Well, I'm using it still because it wasn't that expensive, but I need to order a new one again. So just down that. Okay, let's get into that. As you can see, here it is. It's open. And it's a box of goodies, okay? The rest of the contents is just garbage. See? Set that there. Alrighty. Yeah, you probably don't want to just stare at that, but let's zoom out a little bit, huh? Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit. I might be playing with this camera a bit too. Let's see, configure video. Configure video. Let's move this out of the way. Just crazy. Okay, let's see here. Let's move the zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Hand looks clear. There's apply that. I said okay. I said okay. I said okay. I said okay. I don't know. So actually I moved my camera, the one that's pointing at me right now, down to here because it's a better camera, and moved that one up there. And that one's actually a motion sensor one, which is kind of neat. Oh, here we go. And as you can tell in here, and it's more prominent in real life, but there is some yellowing here. Oh, a little bit of curving and stuff. Nothing that this Florida weather can't take care of. All right, let's move this stuff. Which side do I want to start on? Which side do I want to start on? Let's start over here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's start over here. And I like to prop my stuff up like this, so that when I take stuff out, we'll set it right there. Okay. As you can see, it's some of the dark. Did this go back in? Did we zoom back in? Or did I just not zoom out far enough? Okay. Okay. All right. And look, this is a lot of bulk, but it's a lot of old cards, and a lot of them are in really good condition. Really good condition. Let's push this mic down a little bit. There. Ah, the Fire Drake. Oh. Let's move this over here. Fissure. Lots of red cards. The Goblin Caves. And you can see the whiting that these are light played, but many of them, I mean, some of them might have a little ding like that at the top, but a lot of them are just light played. You can tell on the side they're a bit faded, but they're also not inked or anything. Not that you would ink like commons and uncommons. I think there's some rares in here. And to be quite honest, I don't really remember what are rares and what aren't. Sister of the Flames. Oh my gosh. Look how that writing goes off the edge right there. Is that a misprint? It must be, because look, it does it on that one too. Incredible. Incredible. Not to mention that everything's a little to the... Let's compare these two. Let's compare, since these are the same cards. Look at the writing. This one's off to the left. Oh, so much fun with old cards. I love them. Oh, look at all these. So I wonder which one's more rare to have. Something that's centered like that. I wonder if any of these are graded in real life, because obviously that something like that isn't going to get a very good grade. Man, oh man, there's a ton of those like that. I love that. Look at the centering on that one. Just right towards the bottom. You don't... There's just not art like this anymore. Ah, the dark, man. Yes. I forgot that there was some dark in here. That centering's a little off too. Yeah, some more moderately played cards. Some of these. Necropolis. Look at that thing. That is a beast looking thing. Ah, I used to love the Skull of Orm. Everybody knows I'm kind of a artifact guy. I love artifacts. It's got red, green artifacts. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so he switched. Okay, so this must be the start of different set. Sweet. Oh, the next set is gonna be fun. Okay, so he switched some. So I mean, he switched them back and forth. So okay, so this is the rest of the dark. Blood of Martyr. Dust to Dust. Gosh. Old ink. It's not packed fresh. Some of these are fantastic. I mean, there's some whiting down there, but some of them are in really good condition, and they look better than even on the camera. Like, look at that one. That one's near mint. There's a little whiting up at the top right here. See that feathering just a little bit, just a little feathering right there. And then because this camera's so crisp, you can see this, but in real life you don't even see the white on the bottom. In real life, like this isn't real life. Well, quite a bit off-centered on the back. Pretty cool though, some really great condition. Holy light. Okay, here we go, getting into blue. I love me some blue. Amnesia, look at target player's hand. Target player discards all non-land cards in his or her hand for a 6-drop. It's pretty nice. Love the old tap symbols. These cards just aren't, you know, they just don't make cards like this anymore. There's the ghost ship. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Now, I did look through the list before I bought this, but I don't remember what was in there. I hope I get a Merc Dweller in the black cards. Maybe a few. Very popular card these days, thanks to Chris Sayers. And his Flesh and Blood stuff. And that's in great condition right there, though. Banshee. Curse artifact. Yeah, buddy. The anti-artifact. The Fallen. And some reds that ended up in the back. Brothers of Fire. Because we had Sisters of the Flame, right? Sisters of the Flame? Brothers of Fire? Okay, let's see if I can find out. Okay, so these are all... Arabian Nights that so this is the whole stack of Arabian Nights that was in this bundle. And like I said, this is bulk. You know, I bought these like bulk, but they're old cards, and I love old cards, and they're just going to add to my collection of you know, older cards. Dan, gosh, what a popular card back in his day. Giant Tortoise, for all you turtle lovers. Unstable Mutation. Oh man, I always hated that art. Ugh. I know some of you are just like, it's fantastic. It's not though. Oh, that one too. Oh, she's just not for me. Bird Maiden. She's a smiling one. Desert Nomads. Her Jackal. Metamorphosis. Naf's Asp. Sandstorm. Okay, that'll do it for the bulk Arabian Nights. Wish I could have got some more Arabian Nights, but you know what? You buy what's for sale. And this was in a huge lot. I got it far below TCG price, and just from a good friend and whatnot. So we have a bunch of legends, I believe. So Blazing Effigy. Look at that card. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Again, I know, again, it's just not where I want it to be. Apparently I can't zoom out any more than that. There we go. Apply that. How's the focus? Better out here? Better out there? Perfect. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, look at Sarah. Bloodlust. Crevice. I love Mountain Walk. I love holding these old cards. There's just something. Crimson Kobolds. Lots of those. Holy crap. I mean, we're just getting a ton of bulk here. Teddy, please keep it down. I'm trying to film. Just no respect. Faint, faint, faint. Frost Giant. Glyph of Destruction. Very simple art. Oh gosh, here we go. Dogs barking. Hyperion Blacksmith. Gosh. Such a lot of them are very simple art. Oh my gosh, those dogs barking are gonna annoy me. Primordial Ooze. Raging Bull. Look at that writing. Just there's nothing in there but the anonymous quote, sometimes the bull wins and sometimes the bears win, but the bulls have more fun. Ah. Interesting, interesting. Isn't that the joke with like blondes and brunettes? I don't know. Wrathy Berserker. You don't see that one too often. See, walls back in the day were super important. They were all uncommon or rare. There was maybe just a few common walls. And walls just weren't all that popular, you know? Oh, here we go. Multicolors. Pavel? Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the princess. Lucrezia. Let's move this up just a little bit. Oh, shoot. Bumped it out of its home. Riven Turn born. Sir Shadler of Eberyn. I should do the focus. I had it on autofocus before, and I hated how it would go in and out from the back to the front. I think Sarah, especially with her hand right there, was really stealing the show. Black Mana Battery. Blue Mana Batteries. Why aren't these Mana Batteries played more often? Tap 2 and this. Put 1 counter on green Mana Battery. Tap this to add 1 mana to your mana pool. Remove as many counters as you wish. For each counter removed, add green to your mana pool. It's played as an interrupt. See, the thing is with these is right now they're mowing my lawn right outside. I just can't win with the sounds. That's why the dogs were barking. The thing about these mana batteries is if you're not doing anything with your mana, they're only a 4-drop to delay. I guess there's better artifacts nowadays to do that, get that same concept with, but Hammerheim. Mountain Stronghold. All your red legends may band with other legends. Pretty sweet. There's the Quarry, Teleria. Banding was a big thing back in the day, okay? It was a big thing when banding came out. Get some of these out of my hand. I think I took too many. Alright, there we go. Anti-Mage Aura. I'm sorry if this is taking too long. I love looking at this old art, and I haven't opened this box yet, so I'm kind of just... Enchantment alterations. Energy tap. I personally buy all the bulk I can of these sets. I love these older sets. I wish I had more sealed of these older sets. I have some. Some that I don't display, honestly. Force Spike. Let me get back in camera view here. Gaseous Form. It's a very popular art right there. There's a simple glyph. The glyphs, sometimes I feel like they took the easy way out on the Psychic Purge. It's pretty cool. Psychic Purge does 1 damage to any target. If a spell cast by opponent or a permanent under opponent's control causes you to discard this card, opponent loses 5 life. So basically, you're not gonna, why would you anyways? This was in the time when 1 damage was, a decent amount for something. It could really save your life. Puppet Master, Relic Bind, Remove Soul, counter target summon spell. It's pretty nice. They say things so different nowadays in the text. It was actually Rosewater that was like, hey, we gotta have some synergy with the text. We can't just say whatever we want. People get confused. It's true, because you read some of these old things and sometimes you're like, what? That doesn't look like a Leviathan to me. I guess kinda. And he's only a 3/3. Come on, that's a silhouette. Oh gosh. And all that writing. And some walls. 1/1 flying. Attacking does not cause Zephyr Falcon to tap. And you know what that is, right? If this was a 1-drop, this, would still be super relevant. Being that it's a 2-drop, it's kind of, but back in the day, this thing ruled some games. Didn't we have some active volcanoes at the front of this? I can't remember. Let's put you there. Let's grab some more. Ooh, transmutation. Walking Dead. See, that was huge with regeneration. Some nasty putrid flesh right there. Ugh. Wall of Shadows. Wall of Tombstones. Clergy of Unholy Limbus. Of the Holy. Did I say unholy? The Holy Eye Limbus? One Limbus? I think it's Eye Limbus. Interesting. Divine Offering. Enchanted Being. Equinox. Fortified Aura area. Great Defender. Heaven's Gate. Super cool. Oh man. Righteous Avengers. Tundra Wolves. Here we go. Warbeard. It's like you want this to be a Johnny, but it's not. And it's not even close. I don't remember when a Johnny came. Lorwyn? Must have been. Was he one of the originals? I think he was. I can't remember. Okay. We're getting to the end of the legends, I believe. Barbary Apes. Oh gosh. There's Cat Warriors. This guy was like one of my favorites to play back in the day. And Trample was huge. Trample was huge. Everything when I was younger was who can get the biggest creatures down. That means I'm going to win. You know, I was in middle school, so everything had to do with creatures were more fun to play than spells. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't, you know, out to win tournaments or anything. That wasn't me. This Moss Monster is one of the more popular ones to... Wow, look at all these Moss Monsters. Back in the day, everybody recognizes Moss Monsters. A Rabid Wombat. Okay. This is a lot of bulk. A lot of bulk. I'll take it. Reincarnation. Look at that brownie. Subdue. Abomination. Ghost of the Damned. Oh, look at that. Headless Horseman. That is sick. Just in time for Halloween. I always pronounce things wrong, and my wife gets so mad at me. The kids aren't going to know what you're talking about. They have fun with it too. They're smart. Kids are smarter than you think, and sarcasm is lost on people nowadays. I enjoy messing around. Oh, Lost Soul. Look at that. That's classic right there. That is fantastic. And a Quagmire. Some of these black cards just are so iconic. Siphon Soul. Siphon Soul deals 2 damage to all players except the caster. You wouldn't say that like that now, but you get it. Caster gains life points equal to the amount of damage done by Siphon Soul. I mean, it's just not enough damage to really do anything. But if you're in a commander game with like 4 people or something, I mean, it seems legit. Which, why would you say that if there wasn't like a multiplayer format back in the day like this? Did they plan on like more of a multiplayer? I never played multiplayer. Look at all this writing on this Tackle Maggot. Who's gonna read that stuff? I'd not play it just because it's too much reading for a game, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Okay, there's all the legends, quite a bit. Now we're getting into what I probably have the most of, and probably my favorite set. And the reason it's my favorite set is because it's the first set I ever like bought a pack out of, and that's not necessarily true. I actually bought Revised first, and then I had bought this second, and the reason being was there was only 1 pack left. Actually, there was only 1 pack left, and I was like, oh, I want that pack, you know. But most of my collection is 4th edition, which it's 4th edition. No, I mean, it's reprints of all this stuff, only they left out all the good stuff. So, and I have so many of these cards, like the same cards. I have about, I don't know, 50 battering rams. But when you think about it, wait, how many million? I think there's 7 million cards in Antiquities. Is that right? Yeah. I think it's 7 million. And there's 35 million in Legends. And this set was far less, so it might be 15 million. I'll have to look that up again. But, so to have like 50, 60, 70 battering rams, I mean, granted, I'm barely making a dent, but as many people as like Magic the Gathering, I think it's quite a bit. Like, I just have so many of these commons and uncommons. Oh, Cursed Rack. Iconic. Opponent must discard down to 4 cards during his or her discard phase. It's a continuous artifact. I guess that's good if you're going against somebody that likes to draw cards. And we all know Antiquities is the set for artifacts. When they came out with Antiquities, and this was my other reason that I always really liked Antiquities. I loved artifacts. So when they came out with it, it was actually, I think the plan was, I think Garfield wanted to just make it artifacts, and they ended up not going that route. But the other thing with Antiquities is it wasn't really planned out that well. They actually just ran out of cards. They realized it was so popular that they had to get something out. But we all know that artifacts can be overbearing, and we've seen it with sets that come out non-stop, like Mirrodin. You know, I don't think there's any more banned. I don't think there's a set with more banned cards than Mirrodin, and it was once again an artifact set. Artifact sets are just ridiculous because it's usually more of like an umbrella type of card. And umbrella type of cards that affect more things are just, they tend to be more usable, and then you end up getting them banned, you know. Tawanos' wand. I always pronounce that wrong. Tawanos' weaponry. And I think Tanos was the apprentice of Urza, right? Right? I believe so. Worked under Urza. I got to reread some of this stuff because it's been a long time since I've actually delved into the everything behind the lore, I guess, behind the cards. Urza's Chalice. Oh gosh. I'll just keep buying bulk. If you guys want me to buy your bulk of older cards, what is that? Is that on the card? That's a print dot. It's a print dot, smooth as heck. Wow, that is cool. Yes, I either want perfect cards or I want completely mangled cards. Now we're actually getting into the colors. I mean, that says something, where half the cards of the Antiquities that I got were artifacts. That just goes to show how many artifacts are in this set. Oh gosh, I love this set. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to like add this to the collection and go through and organize them based on the cards and see how many I have. This was always one of my favorite arts. It was just so bright and colorful. I probably have 100 of these artifact possessions. I want to say 7 million. I think actually now that I'm thinking about it, I think Arabian Nights had 3.5 million cards. So how dark that, right? I guess it's not that dark in the camera, but in real life it looks, in person I should say, it looks super dark. But you got a lot of that with the black cards. You know, sometimes you couldn't even see the set down in there. It was blended in with some of the other designs. Not in this one. Not in the whites. Oh gosh, I have a lot of these cards. I have a lot of Antiquities. I probably have maybe 20,000 cards would be my guess, and that's just, let's see, well, maybe not, maybe closer to 10,000, because I have about 2 flats of 5,000 card boxes now. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're talking, when you picture 2 5,000 flats, so that's 5 rows, you know, of 1,000 cards each. Like the one that it came in wasn't completely full, and that's 800 cards. So when you say 10,000, it doesn't seem like that much, but when you actually like picture what 10,000 is, you know, in one of those boxes, I think this will just about complete my second full box of 5,000 cards. So 10,000 cards. I mean, I don't know how many percentage wise. I have no idea. What is that? I am curious what happened to my... Okay, let's set this down for 1 second. I know we're just talking and this is going to be a longer video and you guys can tune out anytime you want, but 10,000 divided by, what did I say, 7 million? So it's not even 1%. It's actually 0.15% of all cards. When you think about it like that, it's so minimal, minuscule amount. I own a minuscule amount, but how many Magic the Gathering people are there, and how many of these have been destroyed? You know, so if we had 7 million before, what do we have? Maybe 6 million available right now. I might have like I don't know. I might have a 0.5% of all. Whoa. I was like, wait a second, that's beta. What? I forgot about some beta in here. Up in here. Yeah. Oh man. It's been a long time since I purchased these. I thought the rest were Arabian Nights, but whoa. Okay. Giddy up. Happy to have these part of my collection. Wait, what? Those are the only betas? So there must have been access. I don't think I knew that there was betas in there when I bought these. Let's check it out. Maybe I'm missing some on the other ones. I don't know. I don't know where those came from. I'll have to check. I had the whole printout of exactly what I bought, and I don't remember seeing betas in those. Look at the color difference in that, and they're both real. They just, from one card to the next, and a lot of it, you know, sometimes the sun has something to do with it if they were left out. Gosh, some of these are in impeccable condition. I love ATOG. It's just one of those cards that, you know, let's read it because it's such a popular card back in the day. It's a 1/2 it's a 2-drop, but it costs 0 +2/+2 until end of turn. Each time you use this ability, you must choose one of your artifacts in play. Makes sense because it's Antiquities. You probably have a lot of artifacts in play, and place it in the graveyard. So, you know, maybe you got something. Maybe it's a, I don't know. Maybe it's a mono artifact and it's just laying there or something. This artifact cannot be one that is already on its way to the graveyard. That makes sense. An artifact creature killed this way may not be regenerated. That takes away regeneration, but you know what? If you're looking, let's say you got him on the battlefield, you got your opponent down to like 6 or something, you got a bunch of artifacts, you just pump them up, you know, for 0 mana. You could lay down extra artifacts, some maybe Urza's sunglasses or something that costs like, what is it, 1 or 2, or what is Urza's sunglasses, you know, 1 or 2, or there's a lot of artifacts that cost nothing. Lay those down, use up all your mana, pump this guy for nothing who's already on the battlefield, and go in for the kill. 8 to 10 pound town right there. It's kind of how I see land that's also creatures, you know. I don't see them as, you know, like a let's get our opponent down type of thing. It's one of those, okay, now that I got my opponent down, let's go ahead and use my land to destroy him, or let's go ahead and use this ATOG to, you know, we'll wipe the rest of our board just to go to pound town on him, right? Okay, so I think these betas were just on accident or something. I'm gonna have to look back at the list and see what I bought, because that's a lot of reconstruction right now. Oh my gosh. I probably only have about 1,000 beta cards, maybe at the most, probably closer to 600 or 700. 500 to 600 maybe. trying to think, because I only have one of these 800s, and it's maybe 2/3 of the way. So maybe 500 betas. Always happy to add to the beta collection, that's for sure. I'm gonna go through these. I sleeve up all these before they go in the collection, and I like all my stuff sleeved. So this is about 700 cards. I'm gonna be going through about 700 sleeves. It's just awesome. Whew. Did I change this on? Ah, look, I did. I look at that. I do not like this camera that's sitting up here. I do not like that you can see everything and, you know, see my mess. I just haven't. These are organizing cards. Most of them are, you know, these are all old border cards. So I went through, organized my alpha, beta, unlimited, you know, Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, Revised, 4th edition. I think I went all the way up to the Urza block. Now I have to do some of my, like here's Urza, that stacks Urza Saga. There's a few stacks of Urza Saga, Urza's Legacy and whatnot. And so I got to go through that stuff. And then I've been pulling my, because those are the bulk cards. Those are commons and uncommons that aren't worth over a couple bucks. And then everything that's over a couple bucks, I got to get out. And I've been organizing it by set. It's taken me forever. And this is like when I have 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, I'll just kind of organize color and do this. That's all I got. That's the only time I have. And so, man, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed some of this. I really wanted to open that up beforehand, but I also wanted to do it on camera. I just felt like I needed a good mail day, and this was probably one of my favorites. It's not the most expensive I've put out there, but or that I bought recently, but it was definitely one that that really had me intrigued. Now let me pull up while we're doing stuff. Man, I got a lot of stuff open. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, let's see. Do I have the itemized list? I got it somewhere. Okay. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go to capture main. Oh man. Well, we can just leave that little one on there without me showing. This is basically everything. The market, the total quantity of what I received. This is market added up, obviously. So there's some rares. Voodoo doll. Was there a voodoo doll? There must have been. There was one. So there's a few rares in the dark. The Apprentice Wizard, Ragman. There's a few of those Ragman. So you know, they're kind of bulk rares, but kind of neat stuff. There's a lot of uncommon and common. You know, actually more uncommon than common. So I don't know if you can hear my dog barking. It's not even my dog, it's my wife's dog, the golden retriever. It's so annoying. Here we go, commons towards the bottom and whatnot. You know, and you can see some of these pricing right here. You know, they're not worth that much, you know, but then, you know, down the road they might be worth something more. So that's what we all kind of get into, is that you know, I enjoy feeling these cards, looking at. I like looking at my old stuff. I personally am more of a vintage fan, even though I don't play that much anymore. When I collect things, I love collecting this vintage stuff. I think it takes me back to my youth, stuff that I wanted to buy when I was younger and I couldn't necessarily buy it. I would love to open more of these packs, but to be quite honest, what I have sealed and vintage, I'll probably never open. I might just sell the way it is, or I'll just take it to the grave with me. My wife will sell it after I die. So I don't know. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, checking out my collection with me, or at least my mail brag. And man, I hope to get some more of this type of stuff. If you guys have some of the stuff you want to sell me, just get with me. You know what to do. Please make sure you're subscribed, like the video, comment, because we will start firesides here pretty soon. And you know what? We'll catch you on the next video.